Welcome back. This is Rochelle with Rare Minerals. Today, we're gonna make chestnut and brown sugar soap. This soap has 4 layers, and you're gonna see in a minute that I made a major mistake. I added all of the fragrance oil to the soap at one time and it thickened up on me. So that means I had to work really super fast. I was trying to go for this layered look where the lines were crisp and layered. But because my soap had accelerated on me, it just came to trace quickly. So that means I had to move quickly and I had to spread it around. So you're going to see as I cut it, when I cut the soap, I didn't get the perfect lines that I was looking for. Instead, I got these waves. I like the way the soap looked, but I wanted to do something else with it. And like I said, this is brown sugar, chestnut and brown sugar. So it was a fall scent. So I have the darker colors. And I'm experimenting with using titanium dioxide. So I'm using the brown, but I'm using various shades of brown, and I'm lightening it with a little titanium dioxide. Here is an orange, like a burnt orange that I used for one of the layers. Gonna make sure that's scooped out. And with this soap, because it's so thick, one of the things that I'm not sure if I have it on camera, but after I smooth it out, you may see me pick up the soap mold and tamp it down on the countertop. And that way I am trying to get out, or I'm trying to remove as many air bubbles as I possibly can. So here's another color that I'm getting ready to apply. This is a lighter, like orange, but again, I'm experimenting with using, no, I'm sorry, this is a yellow. So I'm getting ready to add like a mustard yellow on top of this orange to give it some, what word am I looking for? To give it some character. That's not even the word I'm looking for. But nevertheless, I'm adding this burnt yellow orange. See how thick it is? And by the time I get to the last layer, it is super thick. But the last layer looks like chocolate. Oh my goodness, it looks so good. It doesn't even look like soap. So I am going to scoop this out. And this is when I was working at home. So my space is cramped. All of my dishes are still in view. Whereas now my workspace, if you come and see me working or making soap, you're going to see that I can move my dirty dishes to another area. So this is the chocolate I was telling you about. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. When I look at this video, that looks like chocolate icing, but it's not icing. So I'm going to scrape all of as much as the soap I can get out of the container. I'm going to scrape that out. And I'm trying to clean up as I go. So you see that you're going to see me wiping up and wiping off the sides. That's just, I don't know where that comes from. I'm really not that clean and organized, but when I'm soaping and I'm making stuff, for some reason, that clean phobia comes out of me. And I just start cleaning as I go. So here I'm adding more brown. And you can see here, it's the same brown. I just added a little bit of titanium dioxide just to give it a lighter look or a lighter texture, lighter feel. Next time I do this, I'm going to definitely do it in stages so that my lines are a little bit more crisp. So once we get this scraped out, now this looks like milk chocolate. The other one looked like dark chocolate. So once we get this scraped out, again, we're going to clean off our spatula and we are going to tap this down to make sure that we have, after we swirl the top, I think. Yeah, we got to swirl the top. After we swirl the top, we're going to tap it down just to make sure that we get the air bubbles out. And then I'm going to try to do a design on the top. Nothing too fancy. I want to learn how to do that spoon swirl, but that'll come in time. So I'm going to make a quick design. After I finish that, I'm going to clean off the sides and clean off the soap from the top. And then I'm going to set this aside for 24 hours and I'll be back for cutting. 24 hours later, here's the soap. See how nice and brown it looks? It looks like milk chocolate. Taking it out of the mold. And now I'm taking it out of the silicone mold. I have it in the wood mold just to give it shape, because if I just, while it's wet and I don't put it in that wood mold, it would just kind of have a really weird shape. Now that I put it in that wood mold, it has a consistent shape. I'm taking it out of there. It took me about 5 minutes to get that thing out of the mold. So you have the luxury of looking at it on video, but it took me a minute to get it out that silicone mold. I'm slicing the soap. See the color variation on the side? On the inside, it looks pretty. The colors are coming through. It looks really pretty. I really like I really like the colors in the soap. So the next time I do this, like I said, I'm going to try something different so that my lines are a little bit crisp. But I think that that those wavy lines, wouldn't that look really pretty as like a beach soap? Like if you had a beach theme, I think that would be so pretty. Like you could have the sand and the water and the waves. You know how the water is a blue, but then that wave, the foamy part is white. I think that, and then you would have the sky. Or you could do like a sunset. Oh, that would be pretty. So that would be pretty as a sunset soap. So eventually I'm gonna play around with that. I love that technique, but I just didn't like it for this soap. Thank you for watching. Bye.